All right, time now is 11:01 a.m. in the morning on April 10th. Um, yeah, I just woke up and I was gonna do this video on my bed and I realized, oh no, I actually have extra time in the morning today, so I can just do this. Um, I slept from 3:40 to 10:45. That's 7 hours. That's not bad. Not too bad, eh? I'm still feeling tired. And obviously 3:40 is still late as fuck. Let's be real here. But that's an improvement. I broke the 4 a.m. curse. But in turn, I wasn't able to finish the Iron Claw the movie, so I have to finish it this morning. Um, yeah, I was actually almost able to go to bed at 3:15 ish last night, but I had to do the laundry to wash my pajamas, and that took a while. I decided to wash the white shirt and the black pants separately. That took a while to dry, and when I took it out of the dryer, it still has patches of wetness. And then I realized, oh yeah, I have a hair dryer, a hair drying machine. So I used that to just sort of like dry the wet patches on the shirt, and that took a while. But anyways, it's all good. I'm hoping to sleep even earlier tonight. 3 a.m. Please. We can do it. So yeah. Um, Not a lot. It's Wednesday, so it's CTCS 394, the boring class. I'm realizing this, but maybe taking four. Okay, next semester I'm taking three CTCS and one religion class plus one CTPR. So that's like four classes of writing papers. Is that too much? Should I pad it out with something else? I was thinking, because if it's all just papers, 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 I might as well just die, you know? It's not that tough this semester, but that's because art history, there aren't that many papers in art history, and that there aren't that many papers in CTCS 300, and there aren't any papers in religion class. But like next semester, it's gonna be really tough. Then would it? Maybe I should consider switching, but I feel like it's already a little bit too late for me to switch. Most classes are already closed, dead and gone. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm able to survive four heavy writing classes and one hands-on class. Yeah, I spoke with Rohan, the South Asian American dude, last night on Instagram. He finally sent me some photos of the set, and that set is literally his apartment. Also, triple link. I could immediately tell it's a triple link apartment because of the wooden floorboards and the fridge and the sink. Everything looks the same. Um, yeah, and he said he's gonna call me a little bit later this week so that we could, catch up and talk about what he needs. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be PD right off the bat. Um, I realize that taking on this job is a really good idea because this is as small and as insignificant as it can be. This short film isn't some big 20-minute long festival competing short. This is just a short film. This isn't even for a class. This is just a guy messing around wanting to make something small. So, if I want to start off in my art department path, this is actually a really good place to start. So I'm actually glad I said yes. I also asked him if he has a DP yet, and he's like, yeah. So I'm thinking about how, the PD and the DP need to work together. If there's zero communication between us, it's gonna go to shit. But honestly, it's probably not gonna matter that much, given how small the set is. But it's still a good measure. Like, what if the DP is a super serious dude? Um, yeah, or woman. Anyways, Another thing is I just received an email response from the ETC, which I forgot, Entertainment Technology Center, I believe, about this editing job. I'm not even sure if I should take it, but at least someone's responding. So hopefully that goes somewhere. Speaking of jobs, today at 1 p.m. I'm going to arrive at campus earlier so that I can go to this on-campus job fair. I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit. I'm gonna dress up a little nice. I'm probably gonna write down like my email and phone number on a piece of paper so that I can just hand it to people easily. I'm just gonna try my best to get as many job opportunities as possible. Last night was surprisingly productive actually. Like, not only did I finish Pierre Le Fou and watch The Iron Claw, even though I didn't finish it, I did a little bit of the laundry. I did some job applications, just a little bit. I tried to do the refund thing from my previous college, which I've been putting off doing for the last 3 months. So hopefully that works, because that's $1,186 that could come back to me. And then I edited a college video. I edited the Love and Death commentary a little bit. I was really snappy last night, and I even spent almost an hour looking at Instagram and chilling. But I still managed to be a little productive, so that's a good thing. So hopefully I do the same today. What else? I got a 90 out of 100 for my religion class presentation, which seems like it's a really good thing. It is. It's an A. Felt like a B to me, because I did mess up in my presentation, but it's fine. I'm getting an A in religion class anyways. The only class I'm definitely not getting an A is 394, but who cares, bro? Who cares? So, that's it. I'm gonna probably meet up with Glenn. We're gonna go around the college campus fair today. Okay, here we go, guys.
Front desk kare
Go, man.
It's a apply to BCA.
All right, time now is 8:25 p.m. Let's quickly talk about today. So 7 hours of sleep is genuinely not bad. I felt a lot more energized, but to be fair, the usual Wednesday for me is 6.5 hours, so a half an hour difference isn't really that huge. At the end of the day, I'm still fucking tired as fuck. So hopefully I go to bed at 3 a.m. tonight, please. So today, I was able to finish the entirety of the Iron Claw and film. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Hold on. Film a review and had a quick lunch, frozen food, and then I bounced. And of course, it's bus 38, and it freaked out, and it's going insane, so I ran outside because the transit app was like, oh, bus will come in 3 minutes. I arrived outside, and then it says bus will come in 2 minutes. 2 minutes had passed, the bus does not come. And then I looked at Google Maps, which is the more accurate one. But anyways, I was gonna meet up with Glenn at 1 p.m. I ended up meeting up with him at 1:35. But it's okay. I mean, it's still enough time for me to go around the college job fair. So the on-campus college job fair. Goddamn. So because this is the on-campus job fair, so it's catered to international students mostly. So, oh my god. The entire fair is full of Chinese and Indians. It's actually hilarious. It's just non-stop Chinese people and Indian people grouped up in crowds holding resumes in their hands. Glenn was in despair. He's like, okay, this is hopeless. This feels like a lost cause. But anyways, we still went around. I thought to myself, okay, I mean, there are probably still a few that we could try. So I talked to a tutoring booth, which is great because I've done English tutoring before. Turns out, it's for work study only. And then I saw museum, and I'm like, ooh, because this Malaysian girl in my art history class, Bridget, she works in the museum. She works in the Pacific Art Museum. So I went up to that woman in the museum booth, and I was like, oh, I know a friend who works there. And she's like, what's that person's name? And I'm like, Bridget. And she's like, okay, never heard of her. And I'm like, okay. But anyways, they do have like summer positions and fall positions, and just shoot her an email and resume, and we'll go from there. So that's really nice. Work studies preferred, but non-work studies possible, and that's all I need to hear. Then I think I spoke with student life a little bit, and I asked about photography job. There's this black guy with dreads, who's very feminine. Not very feminine, he's gay. But I remember him because a few months ago I went to his office to ask about the photography job that I applied. And he's like, oh, that is in the communications department. But, I can write down your email and, I'll let you know if there's something. So if he writes down my email, it usually means that there's a 95% chance that I won't hear back. But it's still a shot in the dark. And then Glenn just went around. We went around, and there's this Viterbi. Was it Viterbi or was it Marshall School of Business? I think it's Marshall School of Business. And they were like trying to look for marketing positions, and so both me and Glenn also put down our emails. Then it was 2 p.m., but you know what? Fuck it. Let's continue going around. So instead, Glenn was like, your best bet is honestly to just walk into school and just go to the front desk and ask. So I went to Kaufman School of Dance, which is a spot I have never been before, but I've passed by multiple times. And it's an interesting spot, and we put down our names and everything. There's an Asian American girl. I think she's Korean. She looks Korean to me. A Korean American girl, and anyways. Then we went to Annenberg School of Journalism. There are two Annenbergs. There's the old Annenberg and there's a new Annenberg. We went to the new Annenberg, which is right beside the bookstore. Oh my god, I've never been in there, but Jesus Christ, this looks like a mall. It was like a mall. It looks good, it smells good, it's clean. It's crazy how good looking the school is. Then we went to we walked all the way up to the third floor. We went to this front desk, but it's not front desk, it's just a desk. And this white guy who looks like a mess. He looks like I don't know. But you can get the feel that he's a journalistic guy. He feels like a journalist to me, We put down our emails and then we left. So again, we tried. I got some QR codes and I put down some emails and names. Hopefully I get heard back from some of them. If not, I'll just keep looking. Also, we went to the bookstore, but as expected, no fruition. Also, ETC, Entertainment Technology Center, has emailed me back again asking me, if I'm in Workday and if I'm working for other departments and blah blah blah, if what's my expected graduation date, and I'm like, I'm not in Workday. So Workday is like LinkedIn, but apparently it's not like LinkedIn. It's like LinkedIn but for companies, and you don't get to just sign up yourself. So okay, anyways, went to Norris Theater. Was late for like 20 minutes, but who cares at this point? Sat down, listened to lecture. Oh my god, the lecture is a pure bore. It's just nothing but nothing. The professor talked about like Fight Club and different film critics' reaction to Fight Club, but come on. You're not gonna ask me this shit in the test. This isn't gonna help me in any of my essays or papers. It's pointless for me to hear this. And that's the thing is, usually if I'm in a class where things are interesting and the professor's fun and nice, or at least fun, even irrelevant things are things I would want to hear and I would put down in my notes. And I love film, so it's truly an impressive feat for the professor to be able to make the material boring to the point where instead of enjoying the class, enjoying the lecture, I'm just questioning, why are you even telling me all this? So anyways, I saw both Rachel and Equo. And Equo DM'd me and was like, oh, you want to do the class thing, the class switch thing during the break? I'm like, sure. So I went up to him, we sat side by side, we had our laptops pulled out. He dropped the art directing class, I enrolled. It fucking worked. See, it worked. I was really scared. Not really, but a bit scared that the moment he drops some random person's gonna enter that class within the same second. But because I was refreshing the page constantly, and I was so busy refreshing the page, Equal reminded me, oh, it's open. So I immediately enrolled and submitted, checked out in the web registration web page. It worked out. I'm in the art directing class now. Yay, 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 yippee-ki yay. It's amazing. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Everything worked out. Yay. So yeah, so that happened. I'm excited. I'm excited as fuck. That's gonna be the class I'm looking forward to the most next semester. This feels weird. Like, being in film studies in USC don't make me feel like, oh my god, this is the best film school in the US, or at least one of the best, NYU might be better. I don't know. But film production is now, I do get the feeling that USC's film production is some of the best ever in the world, top notch. And to be in the production design track, it's just, oof, okay, now I'm getting somewhere. This is what I'm here for. So yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, Glenn, I actually haven't seen the guy for a very long time. I think the last time I saw him was late March. Actually, that's not that long ago. But anyways, I filled him in on the APCA club meetings and stuff like that. And how silly the whole presidential election thing was last night. Yeah, I talked about going to Santa Barbara. Oh no, I saw him before spring break, because that was before Santa Barbara. But anyways, yeah. But, keep fighting, I guess. We gotta keep going, we gotta keep fighting. So anyways, right. So CT says 394, we had a break. The attendance sheet is passed around already, but Equo signed up my name for me, so thank God. Thank him. After break, they're playing Fight Club, and honestly, I don't want to stay. The thing is, I have better things to do with my time. And in days like this, where I have a lot of shit to do, why bother spending 2 hours watching Fight Club for a class? I can do better things with these 2 hours. So my first idea was, I'm just going to go to SCA or something. I was so thirsty, I wanted to grab a drink. And Equo said he got ice cream, so both of us went to SCA Courtyard to get the ice cream, but it's gone. So we walked to the McCarthy Quad because of farmer's market. That's gone. And then I walked all the way back to SCA to look for Rachel. I was like, hey, let's study together. She's gone. I don't know where she is. And then I realized, right, I should just go home then. Because the CTCS 300 discussion is over Zoom, so I don't even need to be in STA physically to do that. So I decided to just go home, and that's great. Now I have a lot of extra time. I filled in all the spendings, the money I've spent. March, I've spent $1,088. That's pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, that's not bad. It's not too bad. Plus the rent, that would be $2,288, which is fine. It's not exceptionally cheap, but considering the amount of Blu-rays I've bought, it's okay. It's not bad. And yeah, I'm gonna do some religion homework now, and then I'm gonna go to dinner, and then I shall. What's for dinner? Steak. Steak, ravioli, spinach salad, and yeah. And then tomorrow morning I have to wake up early for religion class. Tomorrow morning I'm feeling yeah, I'm gonna get a sweet potato bread, and I'm just gonna take it with me and go out and eat it. I'd rather arrive on campus early than late, especially with how ridiculous bus number 38 is. Sweet potato bread. I'll bring some Biscoff biscuits. I will. For lunch, I'm gonna do tonkotsu ramen pack right here with tofu, wawa choy, and spam luncheon meat. That's a thing. At night, I need to cook the beef ASAP before it starts to rot or be deoxidized. So tomorrow night will be carne asada, spaghetti again, or no, sweet potato, carne asada, sweet potato, side of whatever, freaking lettuce and cucumber salad, and then yeah, and then I think that's it. Very nice. I have lots of food, and nothing else. Nothing too interesting, honestly. Yeah. Nothing too interesting to talk about. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really gaining much from USC in the first semester, but I'd like to think that I've gained a satisfying amount of benefits, like friends, just a wee bit. Hopefully I gain friends in next semester's production design, art directing class, because that's a production class where we actually have to interact with each other. I hope. And yeah, not a lot in terms of friends. I do wish I could make friends with this Bridget so that I could get a link up with the museum so that I can work in the museum, even though Pasadena is far away as fuck. But I don't know. Maybe it's a good investment to go to Pasadena to work there. Or maybe the Fisher Museum. I believe that's closer to campus. I just need a job, really. But yeah, I feel okay. If I get multiple jobs, multiple scholarships, both internal and external in USC. Probably not internal. That hope is gone. But external, like Fulbright scholarship. If I get scholarship money from Hong Kong side of things. And then on top of that, oh yeah, right, Glenn told me something interesting. Slightly interesting. For the final semester, I don't have to be a full-time student. If I do part-time student, I can pay less money because, okay, if I take 12 to 18 units, it's full tuition. If I take less than 12 units, suddenly it becomes cost per unit. So it's not gonna save me that much money because at the end of the day, I'll still have to pay a shitload of money. But it's gonna save me maybe a couple $1,000 if I only take 10 units in the last semester. So I'm actually thinking of doing that. Again, it's not gonna save me that much money, but again, like $2,000 from that reduced course load, right? Let's say I find a job for next fall and I continue to do that for the next 2 years. Perhaps $2,000 every semester, $8,000. 8,000 plus 2,000, that's 10,000. Now get the scholarships. Fulbright scholarship is fucking insane. That's like at least one semester's worth of money. Let's not count that. Let's count maybe I qualify for some random internal scholarship. That's gonna give me 3,000. Let's assume. So that's $13,000 plus some money from Hong Kong. Let's be a little hopeful here and say maybe $2,000, so 15,000. If I'm able to save 15,000 bucks, that's already great. 15,000 US dollars would be so freaking good. Regardless, it's still, there's a 99% chance that my family's gonna sell our apartment, which is incredibly sad. But maybe don't sell it too early, you know? If I'm able to get the, you know, money, job, scholarships, maybe I'll be able to go back to that place one last time. I don't know what I'll do, but I just want to go back to that. It's my bedroom. It's like I lived there. I grew up there. You know, I have so many collective memories there. I have so many geographical memories there. Like, if I go back to Hong Kong and I end up going into a new apartment and I settle everything down, I find out where's the bathroom, I find out where's my bed, I find out where's the table. It's just, then what's so different between that and getting into a new Airbnb in LA? Then I will truly have no home. Sure, the people is there, but home, the geography. Not only the apartment building, but the streets around that building are the streets I know. The park, you know, the smell. And if I go back to Hong Kong and I lose that too, then I've truly lost home geographically. And that's very heartbreaking. And I don't feel that sadness now, but when that happens, I know it's going to hit me. And I don't want that yet. So, yeah. Okay, it's a religion homework, right? Okay, time now is 8:27 a.m. on April 11th. I think it's 11. Hold on. Yeah. So, fuck, I just slept from 4 a.m. to 8:20. Actually woke up at around 7:50-ish, and then I was like, oh yeah, the alarm hasn't rang, so I slept until 8:25, which is when I'm supposed to actually wake up. Oh my god, I feel so sleepy. You know, the thing is, yesterday is a Wednesday, and usually I don't have a lot of time on Wednesdays because of the afternoon class. But I didn't consider that, and last night, I guess. I don't know. I started the movie late. I spent some time doing the religion homework, but yeah. 4 a.m. The curse. I'm probably gonna do some re-sleep today after I return home. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go back to bed later. Um yeah, I have nothing else to talk about. Um Excited for being PD for Rohan short film. Um but I do need to fix my sleep schedule first. Movie tickets. I want to watch a film. So, originally this Sunday, I'm supposed to go to a Lamo Draft House to watch Three Colors Blue, but the tickets are almost completely sold out, and also it's an 11 a.m. screening, 11:15. So fuck that. I'm not going. But Mishima Life in Four Chapters is something that is definitely worth going. You know. Um. Maybe I'm gonna buy a cup of coffee later. No, 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 no. If I go back to sleep today afternoon, then I can't do that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. New package. Et voilà. Nice.
Because he has a little blood in his mouth, and he says he's, yeah, he's awake. No, he's mumbling a lot. Yes, he's breathing wrong normally. No, no, right now. I'm here with him next to him. You want me to pass in him?
Yes, I agree. I
Yes.
get everything.
Yes.
No hables, relájate, no hables.
Nomás
No.
quiero
Miedo, I don't,
Okay.
Okay, tell him to squeeze with his right hand really tight.
He
Squeeze.
understand in English.
You squeeze my hand, sir? Give me a big smile. Big smile. Go like this. Show me your teeth. Let's see your smile. Okay, that's good squeeze. Good. Let go. Let go. Big smile. You see it.
Alright, time now is 9:53 p.m. I haven't had dinner. Fuck me, but it's okay. So, let's talk about today a little bit. I was actually gonna go out and have dinner maybe half an hour ago ish, but there was some interesting circumstances. So, anyways, today was okay. It felt interesting, even though nothing really happened, but for some reason it felt interesting. So this morning I successfully managed to get onto bus number 38. Again, the transit app freaked out, but Google Map was right today, this morning. I arrived, I ate my sweet potato bread. Usually I eat my bread at the around the School of Marshall, but they're organizing some like concert event or something. It's actually crazy how many events happen in USC every single day. It's honestly kind of insane. Yet at the same time, it's like nothing's happening. Anyways, I went to class. I was early, and we watched The Life of Brian, and then we had a discussion, and it felt good because I spoke up a lot. Today's one of those rare moments where a small class really benefited because a lot of people get to speak up and stuff. So yeah, there are like a couple moments both in religion class and art history class where I geeked out or I said something that I've been wanting to say for a while. Like in the religion class, I wanted to mention how, because the book of Revelation is easily the most interesting book in the entire Bible, in my opinion. And I raised my hand and I was like, oh yeah, when the professor mentioned the whole, the apocalyptic prophecy in Mark 13 and how, kingdoms rise against kingdoms. I mentioned how my mom, her initial reaction to COVID plus US versus Iran, sort of this, people were predicting, oh, World War III is going to happen back in early 2020, and my mom was like, oh, the apocalypse is finally happening. I mentioned that, even though that didn't really add much to the conversation. I thought it's an interesting thing that I would like to point out. But yeah, it's fine. And then I went to art history class, and wow, every single week, fewer and fewer people join this class. I think less than 10 people joined today, or I think around 10 people. Maybe exactly 10. I think so. I don't know. Also, I noticed on campus today that a lot of people are wearing short sleeve shirts. I'm still wearing long sleeve because I'm a wimp, and I wore like a vest, but I considered not wearing this. But this morning was cold as fuck. It was 15 degrees, but then at noon it was like 26 degrees. So there was like an 11-degree difference, which is fucking insane. It was hot as hell at noon, but cold as hell in the morning. Anyways, art history class today was by far the most interesting class of the entire semester. Because it's about samurais, and that's interesting as shit. But also, for some reason, the professor was in a good mood, and she kept joking around, or not kept joking about, but like she joked a little bit from time to time. Like she looked at some statues, wooden statues, or like these scroll paintings of Japanese shoguns, and she's like, look at these guys, why are they so serious? What's wrong with them? And everyone laughed. But it's really nice to be able to learn about samurais in class. It's just really cool. Had fun. I wanted to like raise my hand and speak up and talk about these artwork and art pieces, but there's nothing I can say. But there was a moment where the professor asked us, there's this really majestic scroll painting about like samurais and a fire, and I raised my hand and I mentioned the film Ron and how it reminds me of the composition of that film. And the professor knows what I'm talking about, and she said, oh yeah, Kurosawa probably took inspirations from these paintings. So she's seen Ron, which makes sense. I mean, if you're an art history professor and you've studied art history, you have to, especially like Asian art history, you would have to come across tons of Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Hong Kong, Taiwanese period films. And I think Ron is like the most important one out of all period films, right? Ron is my favorite period film ever. I mean, it's only makes sense that she had seen it, but that's really cool. Okay, left. As I was walking away out of the exit/entrance of USC, I walked past and I saw some orange-looking breads, and I'm like, that looks like pineapple bun. And then I gave it another look, and I saw a guy with a giant Hong Kong flag on his back. And I was wearing sunglasses, so I put down my sunglasses and I'm like, ooh. So I just went in there, and they're like, yo, have some pineapple bun, have some egg tarts. And then I ended up speaking to this guy, and he's actually Taiwanese. He could have joined the Taiwanese Student Association, but he did not. His name is Bin, and I spoke with him a little bit. It was very chill, because I'm tired, and when I'm tired, I socialize better. But anyways, we socialized a bit, and I said, oh, I know Stephanie. Stephanie wasn't there, but this is like a fundraising thing. And I asked them if there are more general meetings. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll hold one more meeting later this semester. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's weird because like you guys sort of died. Like last month there was just sort of silence, and they're like, oh yeah, it was a mess, you know. So Glenn yesterday told me that there was some kind of drama in the HKSA group chat where somebody yelled out some slurs and somebody reported that person, and the OPASTA, I don't know what that is, maybe it's some sort of like student government branch, decided to terminate HKSA or do something, and now HKSA can't do anything. I don't know, but there's some underlying drama, as expected, you know. Come on, it's Hong Kong Student Association. We're all bound together because we're Hong Kongers, and not love or passion or kindness. We're bound together by identity, which means that at some point there will be drama. It's bound to happen, right? There's also drama in APCA. There's drama in every club, but who cares? And there was a bit of an awkward moment. The guy was like, okay, well, buy our pineapple bun, you know? And I'm like, oh, it's free? And they're like, no, it costs like $3.50. The thing is, I would like to buy one, but the thing is, I don't want to because I'm taking the bus. I'm going to Target to buy some food. It's just going to add more shit to me. So I'm like, I'm good, but, you know, we'll see you around. So that's that. And then, as I was crossing the road from the campus to the USC Village, I saw Glenn, which is hilarious. And I told Glenn, oh, there's an HKSA booth there. You know, do you want to look at it? And he's like, oh, don't look at it, don't look at it. So I laughed and I walked. So it's cool that at some points in time, at some points I feel that I have no friends in USC, but at some points I also keep running into people in USC, or sometimes I run into people in USC, and I'm like, oh. Anyways, went to Target, bought a couple stuff. It took me a million years to find shampoo because they hid it in a very small corner. I also couldn't find the shampoo I wanted. I got this conditioner thing, like shampoo conditioner mix, which I don't really like. I like the transparent bottle because I get to see how much there is left. Anyways, another thing is, after religion class, suddenly I received an email saying that my Attack on Titan Season 2 limited edition Blu-ray is delivered. And I'm like, what the fuck? This early? I thought it's delivering next Monday or something, or like April 13th. It's crazy that it's already Thursday today. Like, it's already been 4 days since going to church, even though that felt like yesterday. And I was really worried that someone's gonna steal my package. Thankfully, that did not happen. And I have it right here, right now. When I returned home, I saw that the ground doesn't have a lot of packages, and I'm like, well, fuck. There we go. Somebody stole it. I looked up. Turns out UPS stuffed the box, or USPS stuffed the box onto the mailbox. So I got it. It's fine. It's safe. It's brand new. Looks nice. Came at home, showered, slept, re-sleep. Very nice. I actually did fall asleep, and the sleep felt very nice. Woke up and I decided to chill. I can't believe a whole week already ended just like that. I also may have eaten some moldy tofu. It was like not like regular mold. It was like pink mold, but I can't really tell if it's gone bad or if it's like pink mold. It tastes a little sour, but hopefully I don't die of food poisoning. I think I'll be alright. And then one more thing would be about an hour ago, or about maybe 45 minutes ago, there were a lot of Spanish and there's a lot of door knocking. And I don't know what the fuck's happening, but there are some people outside of my door right now, and it's stranger danger. And maybe, my first thought was, okay, it's Misael's friends. The Mexican guy and, across me. Then, I heard Misael open the door, and he's lying on the floor, with like some bottles on the ground, like bottles of drinks, and he's mumbling something. And I'm like, you want to open the door? And he's like, yeah. So I opened the door, and it's his sister and two more guys. I believe it's like a family relative. But they came in, and apparently he had a stroke again, or just collapsed or something. They called 911, they called an ambulance, some paramedics came, and they carried him away. So, don't know what's happening. Hopefully it goes well for him. But, man, why are you living alone in this place? Live with your family, relatives, where you're safer, where people can watch out for you. Like, come on, man. So, I hope it's alright. I'm gonna go cook dinner now. I'm excited for the short film shoot on Saturday. Oh, also, one more thing. Mishima, Life in 4 Chapters. I bought the ticket this morning. It's okay. Last night I checked. Alamo Draft House, 3 colors blue. That's 11:15 a.m. I cannot wake up that early to watch a film. So screw it. I'm not going to that one. And also, it's almost sold out anyways. All the seats are bad. There's also Fallen Angels in Braindead Studios at 9:45 p.m. on a Wednesday or Thursday that I can go. However, even though I love seeing Fallen Angels on a big screen, I would love to do that. However, think about it. 9:45 p.m. in Braindead Studios. Assuming I can take a bus there, but bus at night, terrible idea. And also, the movie's about 1 hour and 30 minutes long, which means that it'll end at around 11:15. I come back home, I'll have to take a lift. So the movie ticket plus lift to and from the theater, it's just not worth it. I already took a lift once earlier this month, and after Mishima Live 4 Chapters, I'll have to take a lift again. So as much as I want to go to the big screen to watch Fallen Angels, I don't think I will, unfortunately. But unless it's super close, I don't know. We'll see, actually. But yeah, on a Sunday instead, I'm actually interested in going to Regal Live LA to watch Civil War, new Alex Garland film. Yeah. And I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna talk about. The week has ended. There's a one discussion thing tomorrow, but who cares? The week has ended. I got some assignments and stuff, but overall I'm pretty much chill today. I'm pretty much chill for today. Yeah. Alright, time now is 9:15 a.m. in the morning on April 12th. I slept from 3:40, or more like 3:45 till 10:45, 8:45. Yeah, I broke the 4 a.m. curse, but I still slept for 4 hours. I still feel like absolute garbage. I still feel like shit today. Yeah. I actually, quote unquote, went back to sleep after the alarm rang. Okay, I naturally woke up at around 7 a.m. for some reason. And then I was in a state of waking up and sleeping until the alarm, and then I went back to bed, and then half an hour just like went by super fast. Fuck. Part of me wants to skip the class, but maybe I shouldn't. But I want to. I wish I could just skip the class and just sleep. Oh my god. Yeah. This is why morning classes are a bad idea. Yeah. It's fine though. I just need to survive 2 more weeks and then I'm done with this crazy ass schedule. So I'm gonna be like late, so I need to really like be fast. So, oh god, last night I had a phone call with Rohan, like 8-minute phone call at around midnight, and it's nothing. It's just catching up on what I need to do as PD for his short film. Nothing. I don't need to do anything. I don't even need to buy anything or do anything. The set pieces are as basic as possible. They don't even need me. Like, not really, but I'll be there on Saturday, tomorrow. So, yeah. Then, yeah. Then there's ETC Entertainment Technology Center asking me what are my experiences and what's my what are the softwares that I get to use, and honestly I don't have a lot of editing experience aside from editing my own short films and all my own YouTube videos. I told them, oh, I edit some social media videos for this company, even though I only edited like a tiny bit for my mom's company. But yeah, I told them that. And earlier this morning I received an email saying that they're hiring. They said that, okay, just send me your cell phone number and your student ID, and we'll send it to SCA HR, and you're good to go. Congratulations. Oh my god, is this it? Did I just get a job? No fucking way, bro. No fucking way. And I didn't even get this job through Connect SC. I just got this job by emailing people. But yeah. What I realized after attending the job fair is a lot of these jobs are accumulative. And by that I mean you do this one job and then because you've done this one job, they refer you to another one. After that, they refer you to another one, like a better one and a more well-paid one, and this sort of builds up. It's not piece mental, so you can't just like do, okay, I'm going to do food court for one semester, and then I'm going to work in a museum for the next semester, and then I'm going to work as a photographer next semester. It doesn't really work like that. Even if you have a lot of job experience, that's just not gonna work out. Because people don't like, if you only know how to do something for one semester, then that's kind of lame. So now that I'm probably gonna accept this job, even though I don't really have a lot of experience editing. Like editing other people's films anyways. Not my own. I have plenty of experience editing my own. But I guess by accepting this job, I've just set myself on a path of editing, like nonstop. Which is maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing. But the good thing is it's related to film at least. So, but I am interested in working in a museum still. Ooh, how about a double employment, How about that? We'll see. And then, yeah. And then, nothing else. I congratulated Sean Baker for his film getting into Cannes, and he liked my tweet. He liked everyone's tweet. But, yeah. Fuck, I need to go ASAP. I'm gonna eat a slice of peach pie, I think. Okay, time now is 9:11 p.m. So yeah, I am so fucking sleepy. I almost fell asleep at around 4-ish, 5-ish p.m. Just looking at my laptop, I almost fell asleep. It's actually crazy. And maybe it's because of that I felt zero motivation to do anything all afternoon. I felt zero motivation. I basically did nothing. I filmed and edited a review, and that's all I did. I made a phone call. I made a half-an-hour phone call with Thomas, because Thomas had this 12-page short film script homework that he has no idea what to do with, and he had to call me to ask for help. But all his story ideas are the same. Like, he either makes a spy thriller about a Korean girl, or a World War II spy thriller about a Chinese girl, or he writes about modern day America, about a pop star in distress who is also a Chinese girl, who falls in love with the future president of the United States for some reason. He can only come up with these three stories. Like, he can never write anything else. The only other slightly different story that he can come up with has something to do with a guy gets sent to prison in Thailand and fights for his freedom, or falls in love with a girl and fights for her freedom, which is, again, like, good luck. Then I called my mom for maybe 20-ish minutes. But really, mostly what I did this afternoon was, I just did a lot of research on, Lim An, the Song Dynasty, Southern Song Dynasty capital. Again, I have fallen back into the rabbit hole. I think the world building class sort of ushered me into falling back down into this rabbit hole again. But I really spent quite some time today, like maybe 2 hours, just collecting all my thoughts on the supposed movie that I would be making about the Southern Song Dynasty and turning it into a bit of a plot outline, just like a preliminary plot outline. It's the most preliminary thing ever. Like, it's subject to change in the next 2 decades. And then just now I spent like an hour looking at old maps, trying to re-figure out the shape of the city and the imperial palace, and recreate it in my maps in Google. So I did that. It's so silly. Like, it's actually silly. I even like had to double check the sizes if they're close enough. So right here it's 4.66 square miles. What the fuck is this imperial system, bro? That adds up to about 11 square kilometers. Close enough. The real size of the city is around 10 square kilometers. But yeah, this is, it's a lot. But yeah, it's crazy how, like, I feel like ever since the DSE ended, I've become less and less scientific of a person and more artistic and more creative. So now I think in a much more artistic way than I used to, even though I used to be more creative than now. Yeah, so if you like test me with math questions now, I probably suck at them. But I'm able to come up with storylines and things, interesting story, plot points, whatever, off the top of my head, way better. But yeah, because I didn't do much today, I basically didn't do much. There's a lot to be done. Homework, some editing, my short film poster, job application. I've been doing some thinking. Now, I'm getting hired for the editing job, which is fucking awesome, by the way. Holy crap. I hope it's real. But the thing is, there's no guarantee. Trust no one. Trust no one. I'm getting this editing job. Yay! Amazing. Yippee-ki-yay. But the thing is, at any given moment, they may find someone who is more experienced than me. They may, maybe it's already resolved. Like, the editing, whatever I need to edit is apparently edited by someone else. Like, there are a million ways for that job to still not happen to me, despite getting quote-unquote officially hired. So it's always a good idea to have backup plans. So I'm legit interested in working at a museum. I love museums. It's gotta be in my top 3 favorite places to be at. What are the other 2? I guess I love hotels. I love museums. And I love, I don't know, giant malls that are like mazes. Historical landmarks. Shit like that. Yeah. But there really is nothing to talk about, really. Tomorrow it's gonna rain and it's getting really cold again. And I'm excited for the production design job tomorrow. I'm very happy that I live 10 minutes away from his place. And, yeah, I texted the DP for tomorrow, so he has 2 different DPs for 2 days, which is hilarious. Shitty production, am I right? It's not like I have two different DPs on my objects in mirror, am I right? Huh? But yeah, I texted that guy, no response yet, but who cares? I'm just gonna try to sleep earlier and just have a good day tomorrow. It's gonna be a very tiny, very simple set. I went to Andrew Short Film as a scripty, and that set was already really simple because it's mostly at someone's house, and it's like pizza or burger for lunch. I'm gonna bet tomorrow lunch it's gonna be pizza. I'm gonna bet. I wanted to eat an apple today actually, but if I eat pizza tomorrow, there won't be a lot of vegetables, so I will have to save that apple for tomorrow night. Tonight I'm gonna eat one of those Daifuku stuff I got from H Mart. Yeah. So, nothing else. Not much else. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling fine. I can't wait for the semester to be over. And I do have a lot of homework. I do realize that. I need to read a whole ass book for my religion class. I need to read shit tons of readings for my CTCS 394. There's the art history project. Fuck me. And world building homework. But, I'm getting the hang of that. Yeah. Not much else. I'm just gonna cook some dinner now. Rice, pork chops, eggplants. It's gonna be simple, easy, quick. Yeah, Wawa choy. Okay, so time now is 9:52 a.m. in the morning on April 13th. Yeah, so I slept from 3:30 or was it 3:40? I forgot. Slept from 3. I think it was maybe 3:40. Anyways, till like 9:50, like just now, or 9:45. So yeah, 6 hours of sleep. It's kind of ironic that today I have to go to set, but yet I've slept more today than an average Tuesday or Thursday when I have to go to school. Yeah, yesterday was not productive at all. I did finish the movie, but I skipped around. I did edit a little bit, but I did nothing else. But yeah, it's a-okay. I'm more concerned about the homework. I have a lot of homework, or at least I know that I'm gonna suddenly have a lot of homework, and that's really scary. But yeah, anyways, today I'm going to a film set. Yay, as a PD. And honestly, it's going to be a fucking cakewalk. It's probably going to be very easy. They don't even need my help, honestly. I'm the production designer. And, there's nothing to design. It's just a guy eating a bowl of cereal. That's all that needs to happen. So I'm literally there to do nothing. Given how few scenes we have to film today, it's probably gonna be done in like, I don't know, 9 to 10 hours. So yeah. The call time is 11 a.m. But for some reason the DP has to leave at 7 p.m. which is hilarious. So I think the shoot is gonna end earlier than 11 p.m. So that's great. I can just go home and make myself dinner. So hopefully it's gonna be a very chill day, where I get to hang out with people, make friends, and yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm really tired. I'm probably gonna sleep all day. Tomorrow, if it rains, I'm not gonna leave the apartment. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go out and watch Civil War at Regal LA Live. The movie tickets are so fucking expensive. Yeah, what else? Nothing else. Everything's okay. If I do get the job, that would be great. If I make more friends because of this film set, that would be great. There's also another HKSA meeting later this semester. One more. So hopefully I meet people there. I don't know. But yeah. That's pretty much it. Bag of props basically meant nothing.
Applebee's. Mark.
Good sleep.
Action.
Do you want it on the 45 or do you want to keep these?
I think I want it on this.
On this? Okay.
That's true.
This is yeah.
Can't believe you missed that shot. Can't believe you missed that shot. Can't believe you missed that shot. Can't believe you missed that shot.
When they had the Batman meet scene more or less. Oh, like, yeah. Yeah.
There's a car in the distance. I can hear it.
You had a super help. Good. Okay.
Already unlocked.
I think we're right.
It's really just right out of like. Alright, time now is 10:13 p.m. Water. Yeah, let's talk about today a little bit. So today is a film set day where I went to a film set. Honestly, today is extremely light. Like, I don't know, because of Ends and Means and John L. short film. I always have the idea that a film set is like going to war or something, but really today might be the lightest film set I've ever been to yet. And I don't know, it's kind of funny because people like Cliff and Ariel keep going to crazy ass film sets. They go to Big Bear Lake, they go to the desert or in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and film for 16 hours and all sorts of crazy things happen. But I keep going to film sets that are so small and tiny. It's actually, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's interesting, however. The shoot with Haruka, for her actor's Real or Andrew short film, the LMU thesis shoot, which is as easy as a cake, and now this one, which is even easier because this isn't even a 12-hour shoot. So after I woke up, I had time to sleep for an extra 10 more minutes, and then I had an apple croissant, and then I left. I grabbed my black bag and put some random stuff in it. I grabbed this can, I grabbed some stuff, and I put it in it as props. The thing is, honestly, given how light today's work is, it's less about making a great film. I mean, it is about making a great film, but for me, it's even more so about making connections and making a good first impression. So I know there's a 99% chance they won't use my props, but my quote-unquote props, but at least it shows that I came prepared. But anyways, I just packed up and I just left and I just walked to his place. And goddamn, I thought I would be late. Turns out I'm the earliest person. I was there and I had no idea where exactly the room is. I had the address, I just don't know where it is. So another guy finally showed up, a tall white dude, and probably the only white dude who was on set today. And apparently he is a grip/gaffer. And then more and more people showed up. So that dude is Lucas, I believe that's his name, or Luke. And then suddenly North pulled up. I didn't know North was going to show up. In fact, before North pulled up, I looked at the call sheet and I saw North's name and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And North is doing sound, but that's something to be expected, so that's really interesting. In the beginning of the semester, circa January, I had a conversation with North saying I want to be in the art department, blah, blah, blah. Flash forward 3 months later, I've made it. And she's doing sound and I'm doing art, and it's kind of hilarious. Then this other Latino guy, Alejandro, who is more like an American guy, honestly. Alejandro, right? He's the producer, but he also does sound. And then more and more people started showing up. Actors. This Chinese American dude who's dating a Korean American girl. And then this other guy, Rohan, showed up. Rohan and his roommate. And then more and more people showed up. A couple faces I've seen before in previous APCA meetings. During APCA meetings, I don't want to approach them because it's like, okay, there's clearly members, and then there are e-boards, like the leadership team. But on a set, everyone's equal, so I was able to converse with them way more. But yeah, so today's entire shoot was in Rohan's apartment, and it's a triple-link apartment, so it's basically like this, but part 2. Yeah, Rohan's bedroom is actually even smaller than my room. My room only felt small because it's smaller than the one in Sawtell, but really, I think Rohan's room, like, the wall was here, and, like, the table was here, and it's, like, really small. And still he had to pay $1,250 per person. I paid $1,200, of course, in the expense of cockroaches and shitty Wi-Fi. But, yeah, so we settled down and we just started shooting, and it was extremely light. Like, we actually didn't have that many shots to film, and actually we do, but the thing is, all of them are extremely simple. It's basically 3 scenes. 2 of them happen in the living room, and that's scene 2 and 6. Scene 2, and there's scene 1 where he wakes up from his bed and he goes to the bathroom to splash water on his face to wash his face. This is, I hate saying this, by the way, even though I tried my very best today to help Rohan production design, this short film, it's not good. This is the most basic, cliche student short film ever, and apparently because Rohan is about to graduate and he wants to make a short film. But, like, literally, this short film hits checks every single box, almost every single box in the student short film checklist, and does it in the blandest way possible. It's a main character. He wakes up on his bed, he panics, and he goes to the bathroom and splashes water on his face. Then he eats breakfast alone. And of course, it's cereal. It's either a cereal or sandwich. This time it's a cereal. But either cereal or sandwich, they're both very cliche food items. Then he meets a girl in the train. They hang out. They go to the beach. It's almost like they fall in love. It turns out the girl is not in love with him. And he goes home, and it's already next morning, and he eats cereal again. The day continues. So deep. And of course, the main character is played by the writer-director himself. So it's kind of like a self-insert movie. Who else would do something like that? That's crazy. And I'm saying this from the position of someone who has done this before. Like, when I wrote the first version of The Virgin, and also Dreamland, they all start the same way. The main character wakes up from his bed, and his bedroom is bland and empty and dry, which reflects the main character's sadness and emptiness. Oh my god. And then they eat breakfast, and it's a sandwich, but in this case it's a cereal, which is even more cliche. But anyways, I still tried my best. There's really not much I can do, because A, the script doesn't call for any magnificent set pieces, right? B, it's too late. Like, even if I want a fancy poster, or like different chairs and a tablecloth for the living room table, it's too late for me to get any of those. So mainly I did basically nothing today. I was basically set dresser today. I put some red Solo cups around the table to show that, oh, there was a party. There has been a party, of course. And he's eating cereal in the first scene. I think the most I've done today is resetting the cereal, which, even though I haven't really done this a lot, I was able to reset the cereal many times. I think 5-6 times today. I grabbed a bowl of cereal. At first I was struggling a little bit because there's milk and it's Cheerios, which is something I hate. I hate Cheerios. At first I didn't know what to do. If I pour all the cereal into the sink, then the Cheerios will clog the sink. If I pour it into the trash bag, it's milk. If it stays there, it gets moldy and it's disgusting. So the first 2 times I didn't know what to do. I did half and half and I kept failing. But the next few times I reset the cereal, I started to know what to do. And by then it was scene 6, which is the last scene. Which is the last scene we shot today, anyways. I use a spoon to grab the Cheerios and then toss them into the trash can, and then I pour the milk into the sink. I was able to do that really quickly. But the most impressive feat I did today was Rohan wanted an aerial. He called it an aerial shot. It was more like an overhead shot of him pouring the milk into the bowl. Which is very, again, like, it's not for me to say because I'm not the director, but scene 6 is a scene where he pours a bowl of cereal and eats. But there are 11 shots. There's a wide shot, there's a close-up, there's an insert of the milk, there's an overhead of him pouring the milk, there's an insert of his phone and the phone is buzzing, there's like a side shot, like it's 11 shots. That's actually insane. He ended up cutting down like half the shots, but still, he wanted an overhead shot of himself pouring the milk dramatically before even putting the Cheerios. And we started to run out of milk because he did it so many takes, and that's somehow the most difficult take because something goes wrong every time. The pour was too lame, the pour was too dramatic, or there was some sound issue. And it's tripling, so sound issue is as expected. It's to be expected. But at some point, we don't want to waste milk, so he wanted to get the bowl and pour it back in the carton. And I was like, hey, I can do that. So I grabbed the bowl, I poured it into a red Solo cup, and I poured the milk from the red Solo cup back into the carton. And my hands were so steady, and I did it so fast and so smoothly. I was actually really proud of it. There are a couple scenes where we had to film in his bedroom, which was after lunch, and because the bedroom was really cramped, you know that kind of situation on a film set where, the room is too cramped, you can't be beside the camera. So I just stayed outside for the most part. But those scenes, I didn't really do much. Aside from rearranging some stuff, turning some objects away from the camera so that it doesn't show any logos or symbols, stuff like that. Or like gaff taping over the logos. The camera, okay, so this Chinese American guy, Cameron, he's in the APCA e-board, and he's a DP. He used a Sony FX30 with E-mount, cropped frame lens, an APS-C lens, 18 to 55, and he wanted to explain to me, so it's a crop factor, so it's actually 18 to 55 is actually 24 to 70, bro, I know. But the thing is, he shot without a picture profile, and he had autofocus turned on the whole time. Rookie mistake, my guy. So one of the reasons why the overhead milk shot was fucked up because the focus on his hair instead of the milk. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll do manual focus. But yeah, that's hilarious because I stopped making that mistake since Love and Death. Before Love and Death, I still made that mistake. But after Love and Death, I realized, right, let's do manual focusing because autofocus is silly. We don't have lights. The only light we had was this mini LED light from Aputure, which is so true, by the way. When I made Love and Death, same. All I had was an LED Aputure. And then we have this guy just holding it, Hollywooding it. We don't have C-stands or sandbags or whatever at all. So obviously it's almost hilarious how, low quality this shoot is. But then again, I hate complaining because after all, it's a bunch of people, almost zero budget, making a film. But still, it's crazy that somebody like me or Justin the Malaysian guy are able to spend this much money with this many talented people actually filming something. But yeah. And of course we had pizza for lunch. I predicted pizza this morning. I was right. Given how small this production is, it's definitely going to be pizza. We didn't even have much crafty. It was just fruit gummies, and they didn't even get the Starbucks coffee. It was cold brew coffee, so I didn't drink any of that. I prefer Starbucks coffee. The big paper carton thing. We had Welch's fruit gummies, the classic, but we didn't have any small potato chips. We have big bags, but nobody opened it. So, yeah, it was alright. Definitely. I think the best thing to come out of it is really the connections. I gained 3 Instagrams today, and I got to talk with North a little bit more. North is clearly overqualified. Both North and Alejandro are clearly overqualified. They really know what they're doing, and when North was miking up the talents, the actors, North was like, she was like a tour guide. She's like, okay, so let me give you this, tell you the basics of microphones, blah, 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 blah. So stick it here, don't move, don't do this, don't do that. Okay, you're good. If you have any problems or if it's uncomfortable, tell me, let me know, blah, blah, blah. She's so professional, goddamn. And then she pulls out this slate, this mixing slate. The most advanced sound mixing device I've seen used so far is the MixPre 10. But this might as well top it off. I don't know where the hell did she get that, but it literally looks like it came straight out of an editing bay or something like that. Um, but yeah. And, yeah, but that's pretty much it. It felt a little surreal because the set is so close. This set is closer to my apartment than it is to USC. And that's saying a lot. Because usually the film sets I want to go to are so far away it's insane. Like usually it's Santa Clarita or Anaheim or some shit. So like goddamn, it's so close to my place. But yeah, today ended up being really chill. Usually after a film set I go home and I take a shower because I'm all dirty and sweaty. But today it just feels like a visit to a friend's place. It just, you know. But yeah, because of how short today was, it's not a 12-hour shoot. We went from 11 a.m. to like 7, basically. Instead of 11 to 11. Which is great. So now I have a lot of time to chill. But, yeah, usually I expect myself to be sweaty and dirty after a film shoot. Especially during ends and means. Like, those shooting days were basically life and death. Like, I go home and I feel like I'm covered in blood and sweat and mud. But this is just so chill for some reason. Like, even for John L's shoot, on some days it was like that, you know. But I do like film shoots that make me feel like I've gone through blood and mud. Because, like, it's like real, you know, it's like real effort. It's like real commitment. It's like real pain, you know. And sometimes those shoots are fucking awesome. Because it's like there's nothing you can lose anymore. It's like when I was young and I hike and it was raining and when I was a Boy Scout and everything's so dirty and muddy and I'm hurting everywhere all over my body. It's just like, well, fuck it. I'll just do whatever I want at this point. Like, anything can happen. Like, if a maniac starts running at me with a knife, I will probably be totally prepared. Because I'm just at that level of mental state. But sometimes film shoots are just, like, so chill, like today, where it's, like, definitely not that. But Ends and Means is definitely, you know, the madman with a knife situation. But, yeah, that's basically it. We took some group photos. It was whatever. It was nice. I came home and that's it. It rained for a bit. It rained really bad. So tomorrow I want to go to downtown LA to watch Civil War. But if it rains like dog shit, then I probably won't go out. Because why risk drenching myself in rain just to watch a movie that's probably not even that good, you know? I'll probably watch it on a different day, which is also a little risky in and of itself, but yeah, whatever, you know, it's like, yeah. So yeah, I look forward to sleeping tonight. I really want to sleep. Yeah, I realize that I have so much homework to do, like the religion book that I need to read, which has 400 and something pages. The fucking art history project. Jason, the Chinese guy, is not doing jack shit. I have to carry him. I'm gonna, like, tell him to do his job, but yeah. But whatever the case may be, I think I'm getting an A, you know. Yeah. I really want to get to know that Malaysian girl. She seemed like she's really passionate about art history. That's kind of interesting. But, oh yeah, one more thing was, I mentioned that I transferred from this community college. And then North was like, oh yeah, right. And when I said that I'm from that community college, I immediately thought of how North knows Leslie. And just when I had that thought, North was like, oh yeah, Leslie's from the same college too. That's why you know her, right? And I'm like, yeah. It's almost a little surreal hearing Leslie's name come out of North. Almost. But at the same time, it felt like it makes sense because Leslie's just this, you know, haunting presence at this point. it's really weird. Okay, North is just like some regular girl, you know, very proactive, kind of funny, whatever, like a normal person. But Leslie's fucked up. Leslie's a fucked up, piss and cum filled mess. A drunk, alcoholic, nicotine addicted, sex addicted, like messy, filthy parasite. You know, I'm just throwing insults out here at this point. But in a parallel world, like just imagine if today's set, instead of North, it was Leslie. It would have felt completely different, would it? Instead of just chilling on the couch and, you know, just doing whatever, I would be constantly thinking about her, and I would be like trying to talk to her, and the whole mood would feel different. But like, no. And this puts to question, like, if Leslie was the only girl I was capable of falling in love with in the entire history of Los Angeles, chances are I probably won't fall in love with anyone in USC. Chances are. And by that I mean it's not 100%, but I'm definitely semi-romantic. I'm not fully romantic like a normal person would be, you know. And so, yeah, I think Leslie's still a special person to me, maybe in a negative way. But also at the same time, it's like, if Leslie was North, I would have felt nothing. And my life would have continued, and I would have continued on this journey of filmmaking, and it's just like nothing, you know? Why do we need romance? Isn't romance just extra hard work for nothing? One more thing before I end off this video. Despite the fact that today's short film is really small and inconsequential, it's still kind of insane that people in USC are getting connections like crazy. This guy, who I haven't personally met before, but he's also from USC, also from the same community college. Yesterday or a couple days ago, he made an Instagram story saying that he met Robert Yeoman, who is Wes Anderson's DP. And then today, Catherine, who is one of the producers / first AD for today's shoot, said that she was booked because she knows this AFI producer, and she's booked to a film set where the makeup artist is the makeup artist of Euphoria. And that's like crazy, and he wants to ask a lot of questions. So it's definitely, you know, it's still there. You know, I have 2.5 years in USC. Well, a little bit more than 2 years at this point. But, you know, yeah, there's still a lot of opportunity ahead of me. And there's still so much I can do and explore. It's only the beginning. It's only the first part, you know. So it's good to hold out hope for that. But, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I am really tired. I'm going to do some homework. I'm going to watch some anime. I'm going to eat an apple. I'm going to go to bed. Yeah. Holy shit. A cockroach showed up out of nowhere and it's now inside this plastic bag. Fuck me. It's in my electronics bag. But good thing I've captured it in some way. But it's in my fucking bag. I have an idea. Okay. Where is it? Come on. Get out. Get out. Come on. There we go. Now we're talking. What? Where is it? Oh, come on. Is it? Don't tell me it's inside again. Yes! Out! Out, 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 out. Come on. Okay. Shampoo. Fuck it. Hand soap. No, no, no. Stop this. No, stop this. Stop this. Suffocate. Please suffocate. Ooh. Come on. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Oh, this. Oh, no. This. No, where is it? Aha. Here. Okay, it's gone, isn't it?